welcome to Coffee, 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 your place for average Joe coffee reviews and other stuff. Today we are showing you how to make a traditional Irish coffee, which is very simple to do. There are a lot of different types of recipes out there, but this one, as far as we found, is the oldest version of Irish coffee.
Right.
And so it's simple.
But it's not that old. 1940s.
Yeah, it's like
I thought Irish coffee,
old.
I was expecting like hundreds of years ago. No,
yeah.
It was just in the 1940s.
So you probably know somebody who was born before Irish coffee was born.
Yeah.
All right. So as we get started, we'll make sure we have our ingredients together. Of course, you need hot coffee, whiskey, brown sugar, and cream.
Heavy cream.
Heavy cream, lightly whipped.
Yeah,
So
heavy whipping cream.
it's just
lightly
like
whipped.
whisking it for, maybe 2 minutes.
Oh,
And
I think
that, probably.
less than that, less than 2 minutes of vigorous whisking.
It's just got to float on top.
Yeah, you can easily do it with a whisk. Like if you're trying to make traditional whipped cream with a whisk, that can be really tiring. But this is just, until you can get it foamy, so it kind of comes together, but not so thick like you would need it for whipped cream for a dessert.
Okay. And the amounts that you need of these things are all to taste, basically. It's as sweet as you want it with the brown sugar, as strong as you want it with the whiskey, or as strong as you want it with the coffee, and the same with the cream. It's extra nice if you can have some Irish coffee glasses, which we did not have until we walked over to the thrift store and we found these for $1 each. So you can probably find some close to you.
Yeah.
They had 4 there. We only needed 2, so we got the 2. All right, so this is how you get started. Take your sugar. This for us is 2 teaspoons of packed brown sugar, okay? Then take your whiskey, and this is for each one, 1.5 ounces. So that's like 3 tablespoons. But like I said, you can do as much or as little as you want. And I'm going to try to do it as evenly as I can here because I only had one of these little glasses. Is that about right?
I think that's about right.
Be good?
Yeah.
All right.
I think I got a little bit more.
We'll see. All right. Then your coffee.
It's about 4 ounces of coffee, right? So it's not, it's not as much as you would have in a normal cup of coffee. Normal cup is like 6 ounces, but you got to have room for the other stuff.
Yes. Then while you have that hot coffee in there and the whiskey, you stir up the sugar until it's dissolved.
Yeah, and it is important to really stir it in there good because you don't want a layer of brown sugar there at the bottom. I like brown sugar, but a thick layer at the bottom is not too pleasant.
Yeah. Can you hear us over the tingle-tangle of our spoons in the glasses? And so you can just check if you still have some in there.
Good.
Yeah. All right. Then the final step, well, not the final step, the next to final step is to take your cream and put your spoon backwards like this. And then you pour the cream just over top of the spoon on top of the drink.
Yeah.
Let it sit on top.
And it would be a good time to taste test this a little bit if you're not really sure on how much
sweetness.
Because you're not going to mix it after this. So just beware. You're much better at pouring the...
I was a little more careful. I probably could use some more cream on mine, but that's okay.
I'm sorry.
It'll be all right.
Do you want some?
Sure, let's do this. I'm going to cheat a little bit, and I'm just going to kind of scoop it on top of the rest of that. All right, and so like she said, you do not stir the drink together. You're supposed to drink the coffee through the cream.
Yeah, and the cream is not sweetened at all. Although you could do that. Like if you really like a sweeter drink, you could sweeten the cream a little bit.
Right.
Add a little bit more sugar if you want to, although I think it's plenty sweet.
Yeah.
Right? Like the way this is prepared.
Yes. So here you have Irish coffee, traditional, no cooking anything on the stove, nothing like that. And it's delish.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
And the whiskey we used is this Tullamore Dew, which apparently is the whiskey that they use. What is the name of that?
The name of the place in San Francisco where this is a very popular drink is called the Buena Vista Cafe. So the story about Irish whiskey is that it really wasn't invented in Ireland. This guy named Joe Sheridan worked at like an airport, like tending bar, basically, and he made
Was he at the airport, Sheridan?
No, but he did make this drink for some travelers whose like their flight got canceled, and then he moved to this bigger airport in Ireland, and then like a travel writer just was like, oh wow, this is a really great drink, and then they kind of imported it to San Francisco basically, and I think Joe Sheridan, the guy who invented the drink, ended up working at the Buena Vista Cafe in San Francisco. But the point is, they use this kind of whiskey in theirs. Yeah.
Very good. And it's good, like on its own, if you just like whiskey, it's very smooth and just kind of like, it doesn't like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's nice to drink.
Right. Doesn't put hair on your chest.
Right. Oh, too bad. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us. I hope you found this helpful. And until next time,
keep grinding.